What is up, guys? You're welcome back to another lesson right here on LEARNAKAN.com. So, I know it's been a while and my femo So, I've missed you guys and I know you miss me too, but it's all been for your interest. So, I had been preparing heavily for 2021. So the 2021 academic year right here on LEARNAKAN.com. Yeah, and I'm happy to announce that all is set now. So if you really want to learn the language, brace yourself because I've got a lot of content coming your way in 2021. So today I would like us to look at 5 common slang expressions in Twi. And these are slang expressions, so please do not use them in official settings. All right, or when you are speaking with the elderly in society. All right, so these expressions, they are common, but they are common in the streets. They are used more by the youth. All right, so you can use them as such, but if you are engaging in a conversation in an official setting or when you are speaking with the elderly, please avoid these expressions unless maybe you come by an elderly who is young at heart. Sometimes you come by these grown-ups, but they talk and act like, they are maybe in their 20s or stuff, right? Then you can use some of these expressions, else please don't do that, all right? So these are what we are looking at in today's lesson, and it starts right after this. Right, so let's begin with the first slang expression for today, and that is tu ano. Tu ano. Tu ano. Now, the actual expression for to kiss is fe ano. Fe ano. And both are phrasal verbs. So both fe ano and tu ano are phrasal verbs. Now, fe in fe ano literally means to suck. Okay, fe, to suck. That's one of the meanings, right? It's a 2-letter word, and if you know anything about 2-letter words in Twi, it's the fact that they come with several meanings, all right? So one of the meanings of fe is to suck, all right? So one of our veteran Twi actors, his name is Ejako. He once used this in an insult, which went like, "Wanose adria ofe amango." Okay, "Wanose adria ofe amango." All right, so basically he was saying your mouth like a monkey sucking on a mango. I don't even know what that means, but So this fe is to suck, all right? And then we have ano, which I'm sure you know as the mouth, all right? So literally when we say to kiss, as in fe ano, we are saying to suck on the mouth, all right? To suck on the mouth or the lips, okay? Now for the slang, we have tu ano. So we've replaced the fe with tu, all right? And tu, as a 2-letter word, again, can mean so many things. But one of the meanings is to take out, okay? To uproot, right? To uproot or to take out from, from within something. So instead of to suck on one's lips or to suck on someone's lips, now we have to literally uproot the person's lips. So it's like sucking, but sucking so hard, like taking out the person's lips from his feet. Okay, so we don't use this for the normal just back kiss. No, we use this more on the French side. Okay, the French kind of kiss. So if I say tu ano, I mean to kiss, but to kiss as in passionately. Okay, so by way of a sentence example, we can have Kofi tu ama ano. Kofi tu ama ano. Kofi tu ama ano. And phrasal verbs in Twi are very interesting. And we are going to look at phrasal verbs in detail in a later lesson, but take this now. For most Twi phrasal verbs, the affected entity, okay, so the entity that the phrasal verb directly affects will come in between the words of the phrasal verb. Okay, so if you have a two-worded phrasal verb like tu ano or like fe ano, the affected entity, as in the one who is being kissed, will come in between the two words of the phrasal verb. And this does not only apply to the phrasal verb for to kiss, all right? It applies to most two-worded phrasal verbs. And for three-worded phrasal verbs, sometimes they come in between the first two words or the last two words. And we are going to look at those in a later lesson. But for now, for two-worded phrasal verbs, mostly you'll find that the affected entity will come in between the words of the phrasal verb. So if I write a phrasal verb and you see dot, that dots in the middle, that is supposed to represent the placeholder where you put the affected entity. So if you take, for example, tu ano or fe ano, you would ask yourself, who is being kissed? Okay, so the person who is being kissed is the affected entity. He or she is the one who is directly being affected by the act of kissing. Okay, so you put that in between the words of the phrasal verb. Okay, we'll get to that in detail. This is not a grammar lesson. Right, let's go to the second slang expression for today, and that is bu do ma. Bu do ma. Budoma. All right, so literally we have to break love for. Okay, so bu means to break. Do is from odo, which is the noun love, and then we have ma, which is for. So to break love for is to fall for. Okay, so to fall in love with, we have budoma. So by way of a sentence example, we can say akosia bu do ma kweju. Akosia bu do ma kweju. Akosia bu do ma kweju. Or I can say mebudo amau. Mebudo amau. Mebudo amau. Let's go to the next one, and we have fa la. Fa la. And as you can see, this is a two-worded phrasal verb. So we have the dotted line in between, and that is supposed to be the placeholder where you would insert the affected entity. Okay, and we use fala in Ghana to say to really feel someone. Okay, to really feel someone in a romantic sense. So in Ghana, in pidgin, Ghanaian pidgin, sometimes you say I dey feel you. This is strictly for romantic kind of feeling. So you would not tell this to someone that you are not into romantically. So when you feel like you are really into someone romantically, you can use this slang expression to tell that to the person. So we can say, for example, mafa wola, as Ofrean Ponsa says in his song. Okay, so we have mafa wola. Mafa wola. Okay, so you see the affected entity here is you. Okay, it is I who has picked your vibe. Okay, so mafa wola, you are the affected entity. So I put the pronoun in between the two words of the phrasal verb. Okay, so mafa wola. Or I can say ama afa kwamela. Ama afa kwamela. Ama afa kwamela. All right, let's go to the fourth slang expression for today, and that is cha bo. Cha bo. So we have another two-worded phrasal verb here, cha bo. So the dotted line represents the placeholder where you would insert the affected entity. Okay, so chabo here means to ignore. So you would ask yourself, who is being ignored? So the answer to that question you would put in between these two words of the phrasal verb. So let's look at the sentence example. So we can say, Akosia etwa me abo. Akosia etwa me abo. Akosia etwa me abo. Okay? Or we can say, Ocha kwame boy. Ocha kwame boy. So as you can see, because we are dealing with verbs, we are applying the tenses and aspects. So you will not see, the sentence examples come with, the exact phrasal verb or slang expression that we looked at. They change in form because we are looking at, for example, this one, we have it in the past tense. So you'll not find it exactly as chabo as we listed earlier. All right? Because we are applying the past tense markers to the words of the phrasal verb here. And if you'd like to learn more about how we form the present tense, the past tense, the future tense, and all those, you can follow our series on Twi verb tenses and aspects. I'll put the first one in the link above, so you can click on it to go check it out after you are done with this one. Okay? Right. So let's move to the final slang expression for today, and that is mekyea. Mekyea. Now we write bui, but we mostly say bi. Okay, you can say bui as well, but we mostly say bi. And bi or bui means to open. Okay, to open. So I can say bi ponono, open the door. All right, bi ponono, open the door. All right, but this time around we are not opening the door. We are opening what? Ja. Ja, and ja is fire. All right, fire. So bieja literally means to open fire, but figuratively this means that. All right, and I'm going to play safe by not providing any sentence example for this one, so you can create your own example for that. You already know that this is a phrasal verb, so you have the dotted line in between the words of the phrasal verb, and that is your placeholder where you insert the affected entity. So the person that you are opening the fire on, you'll put his or her name or a pronoun to represent the person in between the words of this phrasal verb. Okay, and then you have your example. So you can create your own examples. You can share them with us in the comment section below if you want. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.